Mic check, mic check. Can I get a 1 in the chat, please? Can I get a 1 in the chat? Peace, world, peace. Welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks, aka the $1 trillion goddess baby, aka the queen of info. That's me. And I'm back and I'm live, and we got a couple things to talk about. That's a little bit of an understatement. I want to say hi to Juti and Wow Wayne. Thank you for popping in my chat, and a couple of y'all in the bushes. What's going on? If you're here in the replay, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. All right. So as you can see, I got a few things on the docket. We're going to talk about Diddy. Yeah, he has his first Christmas coming up in jail. And there's some other things that was being said about him right now and his current state. And we'll talk about that. I'm going to talk about I'll Be Sure and what he says about this 50 Cent Diddy doc that's going to come out soon, sounds like. And then Lizzo, she got emotional talking about the lawsuits that were up against her. I think she still has a couple to go, but the judge is seemingly on her side, child. So I guess we'll start with Diddy. Why not? Where are my glasses? I can't see, child. Hope everybody's Thursday is amazing. Remember, it's up to you All right. So they say that Diddy's trying to stay positive behind bars for his first Christmas. And so this is from Us Magazine. I'll throw his picture up there so people, in case they pop in, they know what we're talking about. On the morning, they say, of November. So they're going to, why do they always do this? Well, they're recapping some things before they get into the Christmas. I think I'll just start with that. It will be a Christmas unlike any other for Diddy, one marked by loneliness and without his usual luxuries. It says he's trying to stay positive, says a source. In years past, the Sean John founder has been surrounded by famous friends and loved ones, including his mother and children. He's dad to Quincy, I don't know, I guess stepdad to Quincy, 33, Justin, 30, Christian, 26, Chance, 18, twins Delilah and Jesse, who turned 18 on December 21st, and 2-year-old Love. The holidays, they say, will be especially hard for the family without their father, and it's understandable. So they say inside of his jail Christmas this year, the cement halls of MDC aren't very festive this time of year. There are no decorations, says federal prison consultant Sam Mangel, noting that contraband and anything with sharp edges or pins are prohibited at the facility. Visitors are welcome on the holiday, but stays are brief. Mangel says they usually last about 30 minutes to an hour and are limited to 4 people at a time. Phone calls are capped at 15 minutes. Well, we know Diddy knows how to get around that. Hopefully he learned his lesson. But yeah, they say when their family leaves, inmates become very solemn. It becomes very depressing. Former inmate Brad Roos, who spent time at MDC between 2008 and 2009, and now works as a mentor in assisting criminal defendants and their families, tells Us Magazine that Christmas was especially tough on fathers with kids, young kids at home. The holidays were more painful for them, he said, and added, it's a very hard, difficult space. They say the inmates are cut a few breaks. Mangel says staffers give prisoners time in the enclosed recreation yard to play sports tournaments, and they're free to enjoy dominoes, chess, and card games. Religious services are usually offered, and TVs are on and tuned into major sports events. There can be a sense of camaraderie. In quotes, it says, it wasn't easy to be in jail during the holidays, but we are all in it together. He recalls an inmate drawing customized holiday greeting cards featuring sketches of Santa or their kids for fellow prisoners to mail to their families in exchange for tins of mackerel. Another former inmate who was incarcerated in the 90s and early 2000s agrees the mood is lighter, at least for a little while. Everybody gives a pass that day. Like if someone's going to get hurt or do it, don't do it on Christmas. Wait until tomorrow, you know? The inmate remembers getting a goodie bag on Christmas Day filled with things like Reese's candy, coffee, and powdered drink mixes. They said when everybody was locked in their cells, they would bring bags on a push cart and give them out. It was cool. It really felt like a gift. For about 10 days before and after Christmas, the prison commissary would carry special items, including pepperoni and provolone cheese, that inmates try to collect as currency. Mangel says inmates make something called fogu with the sweets they receive. It's like a hodgepodge of candies and cookies, and then they put a little bit of water or milk onto it, and they mash it into a ball, and it's their version of a little holiday treat. Sounds like a dentist appointment waiting to happen. Mangel predicts that Diddy may eat his holiday meal with fellow famous inmate Sam Bankman-Fried, the crypto mogul who was convicted of fraud and is housed in the same unit. He said, I think they'll probably eat together and discuss what part of the world they were in last year with their families. They're from higher socioeconomic backgrounds before coming in there, so they can reminisce about what island they were on last year. So here's Diddy and his children. And remember, only 2 of them showed up to court, at least from what we saw yesterday. Says on the outside, Diddy's family is doing their best to remain strong. On November 4th, Quincy, Justin, Christian, Jesse, Delilah, and Chance posted a video to their Instagram accounts showing them all on a call with their dad, who could be heard on speaker as Love sang happy birthday. And remember, the prosecutors added that into one of their filings, saying that he was trying to manipulate the public. The source says the older boys have been caring for the younger kids, and the family believes in Diddy's innocence and that he will be exonerated. Janice notes the source has been there emotionally for her grandchildren, who are being cared for by a close family friend in Florida. Diddy's mom is based in Los Angeles, but has been back and forth visiting. She's also been a part of holiday planning, trying to keep things festive for the kids. The family will be honoring Diddy on Christmas. The source adds they are trying to speak to him as much as they can. Why do I feel like they talk to Janice? I don't know why. It says Diddy is focused on his defense, but the hits keep coming. During his November 22nd hearing, prosecutors claimed he'd been attempting to obstruct his case by orchestrating social media campaigns aimed at tainting the jury pool. They included redacted notes that had been found during a jail sweep and alleged that he has contacted witnesses through third parties. And he used phone accounts of other inmates. Diddy denied the claims, and his lawyers argued that seizing the notes violated attorney-client privilege. So they are recapping some stuff. They're talking about the fashion designer Brianna Bongolan, who filed a lawsuit claiming he dangled her from a 17th floor balcony while threatening to unalive her in 2016. And then on December 8th, his longtime friend, remember, they're not friends, I want to say co-workers, Jay-Z was named in an October lawsuit in which a woman alleges both rappers raped her in 2000. Diddy denies all the allegations, as does Jay-Z. Says he's been lining up character witnesses and people who can speak for his side. This is the toughest time of Diddy's life, but he's not giving up on himself. So that's what they say. Okay. Had to get my little background music together. So yeah, what do y'all think about Diddy's Christmas? Thank you for the bells. Yes. I need to bring back what he's guilty. Oh yeah, that one singer. You know what? That was on my I do need to add that back on here. That was on my Twitter. I'll dig it up. Okay. So, Diddy is still amongst conversation. They are saying that he ain't looking good, child. While he's behind bars, he's actually extremely... Actually, let me pull up the article. It's on Instagram. Yeah, it says Diddy looks astonishingly thinner and grayer during the latest court appearance, witnesses say. And this is the court drawing, which also captions that. This is on Instagram under courtroom_art, in case you want to follow them. They provide the courtroom drawings of a lot of cases that are going on right now. But yeah, this is what they described him in their drawing as looking like. Said he's shrinking right before their eyes. Let's see what they say here. It says Diddy looked noticeably thinner and grayer during a recent hearing for his federal sex trafficking case. Journalist Elizabeth Milner shared, in quotes, he appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect from being inside a federal detention center for a couple of months now. He appeared grayer a little bit. However, a source close to the rapper told Page Six that he is fit, healthy, and fully focused on his defense. Wonder who this source could be. Adding that he remains active and in good spirits and happy to see his children during courtroom visits. Diddy, who has been in custody for 3 months and denied bail 3 times, is scheduled to face trial May 5th, 2025, after pleading not guilty to charges including sex trafficking and racketeering. Well, let me see a couple of these comments in here. At 55, he's supposed to have gray hair. He's not getting Bayesian touch-ups in there. Yes, he's going to lose weight for a number of reasons too. As of now, the food he's given is not what he's used to. some stuff he's not going to eat. And the stress from the charges, along with time he's facing, doesn't help. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that says it all. There's a reply. Somebody said, I wish you wrote the caption. Somebody said, jail will do that to you. I myself need to drop some pounds, but not ready for the jail plan. Okay. Queen Capricorn Heat said, I know his mind is so boggled by the way his life has turned around. Imagine having a life of mansions, private jets, luxury cars and money, yachts, the best clothes, the best food, and the most importantly, freedom. Now his life is filled with many years behind bars. Wow. Somebody else said accountability can do that to a person. Is he accountable though? Because he's still in there crying that he's innocent. Somebody said this man went from having a personal chef to his last meal being at 4:30. Are we surprised? And not only that, his last meals looks like they've been PB&Js. So, wow. Somebody said they said he lost 600 million in the last 2 years. That will give you extreme bubble guts. Ooh, these comments be doing it, child. But yeah, that's what's going on with Diddy, y'all. That is what's going on with Diddy. Oh, I didn't even show y'all what I was reading from. But yeah, that was from Jasmine Brown on Instagram. Hi, Sharita. Diddy is used to filet mignon, prime steak, and caviar. Poor thing. Exactly. It's a big change. He's, he'll acclimate at some point. Yeah. All right. So let's move on. I got a couple other things I want to bring to the forefront here. Calling Lizzo. Where's the Lizzo story at? Much I saved just from today. Here we go. So, Lizzo, she had all those filings on her from former dancers. Remember, sexual harassment, hostile workplace claims. She says she felt betrayed. Well, apparently there's an update. Let me see. Where's the update? Here says judge dismisses several claims in lawsuit against Lizzo and touring company. And I'm just we're gonna play what she has to say about what happened with her.
Very dark because of the feeling of betrayal. Not because I was like, oh my God, like I did something wrong. It was like, no, like the wind was knocked out of me by people that I cared about. And even if it wasn't like you was my best friend in the whole wide world, I hired you. I believed in you. And to feel betrayed on that level was like deeply earth-shattering. And then the betrayal from the public, where they were just like, well, we believe it. We've known you for 5 years and we've seen, how you stand up for, marginalized people and bigger bodies and Black women. But you know what? We don't believe you anymore. I was like, oh, okay. Valid, fair. I get it. And then the betrayal from the media. That period of my life was worked so hard to get to this place in my life. I know, you do. And it's like, I fucking slept out of my car and I didn't know where I was going to get my next meal. And I've been through so much pain and loss. And I just try to work through that pain and loss and bring joy to the world. That's it. That's all I try to do. And that's why for a whole year, I didn't even get on the internet like that mad. I wasn't petty on the internet because I don't even want to even if my pain is valid, that's not my ministry to bring it to the world like that.
And that's
so
why
I kept it. I internalized it. I ate that shit.
You have to just suck it up because it's not
worked. So this isn't a strip club. Crazy Horse is like, it's a dance review, but it's in Europe. So it's a topless dance review, but think about it's like the Rockettes or something and it's burlesque. So I've gone for years and I always invite the performers to like, hey, oh my gosh, you should come through and watch this show, like, and get inspired. And every time I've gone, I've had my performers come and they watch the show and everything's always been fine. This time I gave like an invitation. It wasn't mandatory. It was just, hey, I'm going to Crazy Horse. Everyone's invited. If you want to come, you can come. There were plenty of people who didn't come, but then there were people who did. We watched a show. It was an amazing show. And the Crazy Horse performers, they wanted to meet me afterwards. I extended that. I wants to meet the Crazy Horse dancers. And they were all like, me. You know, they all raised their hand. So we all went downstairs. We met the dancers. We laughed. We talked. There's photos and videos of the 3 girls who are the ex-dancers who are suing me in a video with them smiling. So this isn't a strip club. Crazy Horse is.
So they're saying that earlier in the month is when the judge, I guess, dismissed a lot of the claims. It doesn't say all, but former dancers. And now that the suits have been laid to rest, Lizzo's opening up about the allegations and how they impacted her life. And this is her sitting down with Keke Palmer. I guess everybody has a podcast these days, huh?
Is like
I didn't even know Keke had a podcast. I guess I'm out of touch on a lot of things. Okay. But she's revealing, as you heard, that she was in a dark place when the lawsuits were filed. And this comes after her personal struggle and challenges that she had to overcome in order to get where she's at. And then on top of that, remember, she just lost a lot of weight, probably, I think, Ozempic. I'm not sure. But, she's overcome a whole lot is basically, I guess, the point. So for them to come at her in that way was devastating for her. Now, this is her side of the story. So I don't know if she's telling the truth or if it's a mixed bag of truth. Somebody commented and said, I think she was trying to be a cool boss, not a regular boss, and it backfired. A lot of people like that. Over 8,000 people, over 8,500 people actually liked that post. Somebody said, I just love how she gave Keke the exclusive, one of our people and not some white media outlet. Oh, wow. Y'all don't believe her, but believe R. Kelly, Tory, and Diddy innocent, please. That is true. But I think the difference might be that, I don't know. A lot of people are windmilling for Diddy. I don't see a lot of people going up for Diddy, but I do see a lot of people going up for Tory as well as Jay-Z and R. Kelly as well. And it's because these people are fans, I think, of the music, and they can't seem to register that this person is flawed in this way. But everybody to each their own, right? We don't judge. Just don't come near me and my kids. Somebody said, sounds like she was trying to be friends with her employees and it blew up in her face. So it seems like a lot of people have pretty much the same sentiment. I mean, good for her for getting up under some of those allegations. It looks like the judge, it says some allegations were dismissed. So I don't know what ones weren't, but maybe they're more minor charges. Yeah, but yeah, she's going to have a lighter Christmas, I guess. Lizzo looks nice. She does look good, I think, too. She put a lot of work into her appearance. Like I said, she's lost a lot of weight. And I think she's pretty anyway. She's a pretty woman. So that's really all I got on her. I guess we can move on, child. There's other things here. I got most of my stuff today from Instagram because I was running around all day today from early morning. As soon as I got home, I sat down to get this live together. So if I seem not as energetic or whatever, it's just because I'm a little beat. But I'm here. I wanted to make sure I came here and I'm consistent. And also, my other channel, the Nosy Goddess, Nozey Goddess, I've been uploading over there as well. I talked about Dennis Rodman's daughter, denouncing him as a deadbeat alcoholic. And seems like today he's apologized. So I'm going to have to upload that too. And you might see a couple things that you've seen over here. So, but when, just if you could give me some love over there, I greatly appreciate it. All right, what we got next? Let me check some of these things off of my list, child. This is called The Rundown, y'all. I've named this little show The Rundown because we be running it down. Running down these stories, running down on these celebrities, and just coming even though I'm feeling run down. It's called The Rundown, child. Okay, so let me just go up to the top and see what else I got to say. We'll just do it like that. Oh yeah, Peter Thomas. We'll talk about him since he's on the cover. Let me get the people on my thumbnail out the way here. Let's see. Peter Thomas, come to the front of the class. So he has responded, but Peter Thomas is going to prison. So if you're not familiar with Peter, that means you never watched Real Housewives of Atlanta. And he was married to Cynthia Bailey. And, you know, he was always involved in some mess, child, especially when it comes to money. So it looks like they finally got him. And he's going to spend 18 months in federal prison over a $2.5 million tax case. They say Peter Thomas, former RHOA star and restaurateur, is facing the consequences of failing to pay more than $2.5 million in employment taxes. On Thursday, December 19th, today, U.S. District Judge Kenneth D. Bell Sr. sentenced Thomas to 18 months in federal prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release, and ordered him to pay restitution. Between 2017 and 2023, Thomas admitted to withholding over $1.7 million from employee paychecks at his businesses. Wow, including Club One, CLT, and Bar One, but failing to pay the IRS. So he took the money from the paychecks, but didn't pay the IRS with the money. Peter says prosecutors allege that Thomas used the withheld money to personally enrich himself, spending on high-end purchases from Prada, Louis Vuitton, and Givenchy. You know, we call that over here nigga shit. Seriously, like, what are you doing? It says before news of his sentencing broke, Thomas took to Instagram to warn business owners about employment taxes, urging them to learn from his mistakes. Most people are confused when it comes to paying withholding taxes. Yes, you will go to jail. Jail doesn't mean that the taxes are forgiven. All young business owners, please learn from my mistake. I feel like he knew what he was doing, though. Like, you know, you got to pay the taxes. Here's
announcement is to tell all small business owners. This is one of those things that you will get locked up for if you don't pay those withholding taxes consistently. United States government don't play with that. So if you don't have that budget to handle your payroll consistently, and you have to pay your payroll before you pay your rent, because the landlord could evict you. You ain't gonna go to jail though, okay? But you will go to jail for not paying your withholding taxes with the United States government. So my public announcement is to tell all small business owners. This is one of those things that you will get locked up for if you don't pay those withholding taxes consistently. United States government don't play with that. So if you don't have that budget to handle your payroll consistently, and you have to pay your payroll before you pay your rent, because the landlord could evict you.
I guess he said that already. Somebody made a good point in these comments. They said Donald Trump didn't pay taxes, yet he's president. But you know what? There's different rules for different income brackets. We know that, right? Another person also said, but Donald Trump's still walking free. This country is so backwards. Somebody said, folks be so pressed for designer-ish. Target got some cute stuff. Right. Like, who are you trying to impress? Or is it just for you to feel good about yourself? Sounds like you just might need some therapy. Get you some self-esteem. Somebody said, as a business owner myself, we learned early on just to hire a third-party vendor to run our payroll and handle our taxes. We recommend using boutique companies or a fintech company like Bamboo HR or Intuit Payroll rather than ADP Paychecks, which is very expensive after their introductory period. That's good advice. And then somebody brought it home by saying he has a vast history of never paying his bills. One person you ain't gonna play with is the IRS. Right. And you know what? I'm gonna do one more because I was thinking this. I only ever see Black celebrities go to jail over taxes. And that is true too. And I know there's other people that don't pay them, but I do remember from like Wesley Snipes and who else was it? There's been a couple people who've been in trouble for not paying taxes and have gone to jail for it. So, may this be a lesson, especially to you business owners. Keep it cute with the IRS. They're not going to have any leniency when it comes to their money. Speaking of money, Congrats to Serena Williams, honey. She is one of the America's richest self-made women. She has a net worth of $340 million. Yes. Get it, Serena. Now, I don't know. Let's see what they say, actually. Serena Williams is a titan in both tennis and business. The decorated athlete was recently featured on Forbes Black's 50 list, which highlights the wealthiest and most impactful Black Americans. Okay, so it's just for Black people. Serena also made onto Forbes America's richest self-made women list in May, being recognized for her astounding $340 million net worth. Retiring from tennis in 2022 with 23 Grand Slam single titles, Serena earned nearly $95 million in prize money during her career and continues to profit through business deals with several brands. She also has an active investor through her venture capital firm, co-founded Will Perform. Okay, launched 926 Productions and entered a licensing deal with Win Beauty in 2024. The athlete is also a published author and owns a stake in the Miami Dolphins. I love that. Yeah, she's diversified her funds, honey. She has multiple streams of income, and it looks like she's a smart businesswoman, or she has some smart advisors by her side. So good for her. Somebody said you won't hear her husband complain about her being too independent and not needing him. Happy to see a Black woman succeed. Go Serena. And Rihanna is a billionaire. Don't forget that. Let's celebrate her contributions as a Black female athlete, mom, and the rest we can pray about it. And somebody said, and she from Compton, don't forget. Okay. Somebody said, this is a beautiful picture. Go on, rich lady. Right? And she does look good here. Much better than that other tragic face card she was giving us a couple weeks ago, talking about she not bleaching, but it was some stage play makeup. But anyway, just a little bit of positivity, because this is so much negativity in the media. I mean, look at this. Acclaimed singer bludgeoned to death by daughter in New Jersey home. Like, what? It says renowned New Jersey singer Kim Hansen, Kim Beecham, sounds familiar, was sadly unalived by her daughter at her residence while her other 17-year-old daughter was also in the home. Officials discovered the 57-year-old dead from blunt force injuries allegedly inflicted by her daughter, Brianna Beecham, 32. If you're unaware, Beecham Hansen was known for the 1992 dance hit Trouble with 111 East Records. Wow. Officials are investigating the motive, but her grandmother noted Beecham has had a history of mental illness, which included schizophrenia. She added that she had previously threatened relatives with brutality. 79-year-old Lorraine Beecham informed the Post she wasn't in her right mind. She had called my daughter in the middle of the night one day last week talking really crazy. Reports added that Brianna's mental health struggle began nearly 7 years ago. She was back and forth in mental health facilities. She used to live with me and my sister, but she has had to be removed by the police a couple times because she started threatening out of the blue. Whew, this is tough. Somebody said, daughter. Somebody said, daughter, that's a grown-ass nigga. That's messed up. But that's her obviously in the orange jail jumpsuit. Wow, this is really sad. Somebody said, yes, the daughter looks like a man. We all see it. Let's also notice and acknowledge that a Black woman was bludgeoned to death. R.I.P. Right. Yeah, that's tough. Somebody said, not me, still looking for the daughter. Lord, please forgive me. Somebody said, daughter, that's Trick Daddy. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with the comments. Juti, I'll watch the rest later. My daughter requested some time. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know, so I won't be talking to you. Peace. I'll see you in the replay in the comments. All right. This is awful. Okay. So let me see what other good news I have before we move on. Here we go. Kim K. Kim K gifted her bestie, Tracy Romulus, a Cybertruck for her birthday. Matter of fact, I think Tracy is her PR rep as well, but they've been friends too.
She just gave me a Cybertruck. talk. Should we take your car tonight? What? Can't, I'm calling you right back. I'm calling you right back. Oh my God. Are you? Look outside. What? Kim, are you? Kim, are you crazy? Are you nuts? Happy birthday! You're so crazy. Oh my God. I love you. Are you kidding me? No. Ralph is gonna die. I know. I don't even know what to say. I know, he's gonna die.
Just say thank you, girl. We all need friends like this. Somebody in the comments said, I bought my friends a round of shots last night. House tequila. Kim is like, girl, it was only $5. LOL. And that's what I was going to say. I don't know if you guys have seen Kim posing around with these Elon Musk AI robots or whatever. But these people, you know, these celebrities are working with Elon to promote his products. So they're getting these things for free. Don't be fooled. Nevertheless, it's a very nice gesture. Like Tracy, you know, probably would have had to pay the retail price. So happy birthday, Tracy. Merry Christmas. All right. So what else we got? Let's see here. I feel like it's too quiet. I need to put on I need my background music. Now, we do have some other updates. I don't know why I left the Diddy stuff because there's a couple other stories. And I'll go over, I'll be sure. Now, he claims that the Diddy doc that 50 Cent is producing will explain his coma. 50 Cent will produce an upcoming documentary on Diddy, and although it will center around his legal scandal, it will apparently provide alleged answers to other questions. For example, during a recent performance, I'll Be Sure claimed that the doc will answer what happened to him in 2022 that placed him in a coma for 2 months. So this doc is promising to give us some tea. Okay. Now, I'll Be Sure said that this time a little while ago, I was in a deep coma. I guess we're going to have to watch 50's movie to find out what happened. It's going to be beautiful, he remarked. While this is quite ominous, the singer also has some personal reasons that could inform this claim. For one, I'll Be Sure expressed back when he recovered from his coma that stemmed from surgery for a new liver. However, earlier this year, he hinted that Diddy had something to do with this medical situation. He said, finally, we're going to produce the I'll Be Sure life story. So hold on to your britches and you'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security. Al alleged at the Equal Justice Now Awards in Los Angeles. Wow. Oh, I guess this is what he said.
Chicken is good. God is truly amazing. Let the church say amen. This time, little by little, I was deep in a coma.
Oh, wow.
I guess we're going to have to watch 50's movie to find out what happened. Let the church say amen. Everybody?
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be beautiful. Since we had a 50 Cent show, I have an idea. Now, y'all look way too young to even know my music, but it's okay. It's sampled well like a pop artist. So why don't we take this one and do some hip hop with it? Can I do a little hip hop? Yeah! What's that? Let's get this.
Okay. So he's announcing this, but I wonder if, like with Jamie Foxx, is this stuff he's telling us going to end up on the cutting room at the end? I mean, it sounds, but until we see it, you know what I'm saying? We've seen enough where people announce these things and then it never comes to fruition. So I'm going to reserve my judgment till after the fact. It says that with that comment, he seemed to reference the Homeland Security raids on Sean Combs' property earlier in 2024 as a part of the sex trafficking investigation against him. I'll Be Sure, for those unaware, is the biological father of Quincy Brown and Quincy's mother, Diddy's ex-partner, Kim Porter. He said the door emoji is wide open. You're safe here, son. I love you, Pops. your biological first emoji. So they're recapping the fact that he, did a letter to my son, to Quincy. I think Quincy also wrote him a letter a couple years back. It says, as if all this wasn't enough, I'll Be Sure has also previously alluded to conspiracy theories that Diddy had something to do with Kim Porter's passing. She died in 2018 when she was 47 years due to pneumonia, but he suggested on social media before that there could be a darker undertone to that story. But again, those are just allegations and speculative theories, so take them with a grain of salt. No, we're not going to take that with a grain of salt. Hot new hip hop. Okay. Considering all these different angles, the Bad Boy Moguls documentary could be an explosive matter. I am really interested to see what 50 Cent does with this documentary, because 50 Cent is a professional troll at this point. He's been on Diddy's head. I think even before the raids, even before the Cassie lawsuit, he was alluding to things like he knows things that we don't, which he probably does, being in the industry. But yeah, I guess I'll have to wait and see, child. Let's see, I'm crossing off all these things. We done already went through a bunch of stuff. Let's see what else I have for y'all. Okay, we got this one down. Talked about Lizzo. Here we go. Okay. Let's talk about, we got to get back to Tony Busby, child, because now Tony Busby has been sued for allegedly giving a woman an STI. He says it's a smear campaign. Yeah, let me make sure we got the right pictures and whatnot. Let me take Jut's sayonara down. Sharita, we need to call them. What we gonna say? Wait, who is Alonia? Ugly, and so is Alonia. Alania? He needs to call them. What we gonna say? Oh, he needs to come. Like, what we gonna do? Okay. So says Tony Busby, the high-profile attorney who filed multiple lawsuits against Diddy and one against Jay-Z, is now accused of infecting a woman he dated with a venereal disease. They are really throwing or dragging, shall I say, Tony Busby through the mud, child. According to a new suit filed in New York Supreme Court, the accuser, identified as Jane Doe, says Busby has taken advantage of her since 2018 when they first met during an online conversation. The woman said Texas-based lawyer charmed her and convinced her to go out on a date. She says she ventured to Busby's hometown of Houston to grab dinner with him before they took in a show. After the performance, the woman says Busby booked a room at a 5-star hotel where he seduced her. The two allegedly had sexual intercourse without Busby revealing he had a venereal disease, which is not specifically named in the suit. The woman says after she left the hotel the next day, she started to feel uncomfortable sensations around her groin, prompting her to meet with a doctor who tested her and determined she had sexually transmitted disease from her encounter with Busby. So the doctor told her that it was from Busby. Immediately, the woman says she contacted Busby to deliver the bad news, and he apologized to her, but seemed unsurprised because she claims he already knew he had a venereal disease. So he admitted to her that he had a venereal disease. The woman goes on to say Busby asked her not to disclose her diagnosis to anyone, vowed to provide free legal advice as compensation. The woman says she was filled with shame and grief, but continued to hook up with Busby, who allegedly kept her on a short leash so he could manipulate her into keeping his secret under wraps. The woman says Busby invited her on trips to Panama and New York City, where he owned a home. TMZ broke the story. According to a complaint the woman filed last month, Busby flew into a fit of rage and pushed a champagne flute in her face while they were at a bar during one of their New York City trips. The woman says she has both medical and dental records to prove she suffered the injuries, including a chipped tooth. Busby tells TMZ her lawsuit is a criminal conspiracy to discredit and intimidate him from pursuing claims in the Diddy litigation. He calls the suit false, frivolous, laughable, and ridiculous, and will be dismissed along like other suits. He says he has reported the lawyer who filed the latest suit to the relevant legal authorities and will be taking legal action against him and his client. Wow, they are not playing no games with Tony Busby, and he is not playing games back. This is crazy. I don't know how this man can withstand all of this stuff. It's a lot. Oh, Elon. Oh, oh yeah. The truck is ugly. The cyber truck is ugly, and so is Elon. I got you. I agree as well. I agree. So what do y'all think of Tony Busby? I think Tony is going to vindicate himself for, I don't know why I feel that way, but yeah, hey, I don't know. I really don't. Let me come back over to Instagram. Okay. So let me see. Tony Busby. Let me take him off my list. Was he even on my list? I don't think he was even on the list. Okay. Says he speaks out. Does he actually speak out, or is it the same statement? So this is what he has to say about the lawsuit and whatnot. The smear campaign continues. Today, I was sued yet again by a lawyer affiliated with the same lawyers I face in the Diddy litigation. The conspiracy to discredit me and intimidate me from pursuing claims in the Diddy litigation is at this point become criminal. This latest case, like others, is frivolous, laughable, and ridiculous, and it will be dismissed like the others. It now seems that every other day there's another false claim filed, all of which are being ginned up by individuals working on behalf of or in concert with those Roc Nation and Diddy interests. This latest one is provably false with literally no factual basis or merit whatsoever. Prior to filing it, the lawyer demanded $20 million from me, claiming that if I didn't pay, he would trash my reputation, despite being shown that his client's wild claims could not be true. We won't just sit back and allow this criminality to continue. We have reported this conduct to the relevant legal authorities and will be filing our own cases against those behind this to put a stop to it once and for all. Now, they're doing this to him to kind of just bury him in all of this and probably make him give up. But imagine what they do to lay people who don't have the knowledge and resources and acumen that Tony Busby, legal acumen that Tony Busby has. It just makes me think of all the people who have tried to come against these, Roc Nation, Diddy, all their companies, their lawyers, when they've been done wrong and get nowhere. And, that's all really this tells me. Let me see what some of these comments say. Somebody said, I'm sure this lawyer regrets starting all this nonsense, talking about smear campaign when he started it. He thought Jay-Z was like Diddy and would quickly settle, so they'll bring up more cases against him. But it's not working out for him quite as well as he planned. And why does he keep bringing up Diddy's case, looking for public sympathy while he started everything? Well, he's bringing it up because most of his clients are around Diddy. Somebody said that was his cash cow, and he's trying to protect it because he does not look like a credible lawyer no more. He should have skipped over Jay and kept it moving. See, a lot of these people are riding for Jay-Z. Somebody said, love it. This is the way you respond. Go just as hard as they go against you. I hope this stops all these frivolous claims from these clown lawyers. Somebody said, these old white men love to play victim. It's war. You struck, so they're fighting back. Somebody said, Roc Nation said, we got time. Somebody said, it's funny that he's crying about something using the same shitty tactics he himself uses every day. And somebody else said he's getting a dose of his own medicine. So it seems that the majority are actually against Tony Busby, and they're telling him, you know what, you get what you give. So it's karma. So only time is going to tell, though. So we're going to see what happens. We will see. I wanted to talk about, let's see. Some YouTuber named Trent Out Loud says Jay-Z and Roc Nation are watching content creators like him very closely.
This on YouTube or on Spotify. I have a paper in my hand. I wrote down the things that I wanted to talk about for two reasons. One, because there's a lot of things going on. I want to make sure I cover everything. And two, more importantly, while we were on the phones and talking to sources and doing our research, two people told me that Rock Nation and Jay-Z have a whole team scouring the internet and making sure that content creators are not stepping out of line, and they will send cease and desist letters or legal letters with the quickness. So I wrote these things down, sent it to our lawyers to review it, just to make sure that we're in the clear with everything. All right. So the three things that we're going to talk about is what was missing on Jay-Z's statement. This is, nobody's talking about this. I don't understand. Maybe some people are a little afraid to talk about it, but we're going to touch on it as much as we can. The second thing that we're going to talk about is the real reason. For those of you who are seeing this on YouTube or on Spotify, I have a paper in my hand. I wrote down.
It appears that Jay-Z has been named in this new lawsuit. I'm going to say allegedly for the next couple of statements I'm making because I want to be factually correct. First of all, foremost, I want to shout out to Jay-Z's lawyers, Alex Spiro, and a team that represent whether it's Rock Nation or Jay-Z's personal interests. I'm going to be very careful how I speak today because I do know y'all tactics as well. Y'all tactics, which by the way, y'all did with Milagro, is when people don't speak that favorable or attack, or you call attacking, clients or speak in certain light about whatever, lawsuits come. And it's going to be kind of ironic because y'all are now claiming someone's doing that to y'all, even though y'all sued somebody. It's all good. We'll get to it. So everything I'm going to say, I want to be within the area of not saying anything that I could be even legally liable, even remotely. Okay. All right. It appears that Jay-Z has been named in this new lawsuit. I'm going to say allegedly for the next couple of statements I'm making because I want to be factually correct. First of all, foremost, I want to shout out to Jay-Z's lawyers, Alex Spiro.
So, okay, let me read this. And then it just sounds like, especially academics, because he's very a higher profile media, hip hop media person, that he has to be very careful because they say Jay-Z and them and Rock Nation, his lawyers aren't playing games. So it says content creator, YouTuber Trent Out Loud is alleging that Jay-Z's lawyers are not playing games when it comes to people on the internet speaking on Jay-Z's recent allegations. Trent says, I send everything to my lawyers before I say anything about Jay-Z. And then academics is saying the same thing. So they're saying, do you think Jay-Z got the internet locked down? Will he ever get the real tea? Will we ever get the real tea? It says that somebody commented, the tongue is a sharp sword. We've gotten to the point where society at large really believes you can say anything with impunity and no pushback. If you're going to go after someone's name and reputation, you better be prepared for all that comes with that scenario. Somebody else says, sounds like Jay-Z's lawyers are doing what they're supposed to do. What's the problem? Yeah. Somebody else said, quit effing lying on strangers. Y'all got to stop. People are tired of y'all just saying anything for clicks. None of you are reputable sources and garner the most likes and views. No fact checking, no research, just mess. Yeah, I went to Lionel B's channel just to see if he had posted out of curiosity, and he had a video up that said Diddy's goons attacked Jamie Foxx at Mr. Chow. I'm like, what? He put that in the title, and I was very much surprised. He has a huge platform. For him to put that in the title was, to me, reckless. I mean, they said it was the Jackass production people. I don't know. It just seemed weird that they would, that he would do that. Like, why? And I guess it is clickbait. I guess people really do go by a clickbait, way of doing things with their channel. Like I typically get my stories from the internet, like the blogs. I get my stuff from articles and I do talk about things that are not necessarily conventional sometimes, or some things, that are, I guess people call conspiracy theory type stuff, but that also comes from other sources. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to just make up some stuff and stand by it. But so yeah, this guy, I guess he said he had a letter in his hand. So he must have gotten something from Jay-Z. And now remember, Lear Cohen he runs YouTube, specifically YouTube Music, but he might even run YouTube at this point. So I'm pretty sure the link to him is actually providing these celebrities with people's information. That's what I think. But because YouTube and Google are connected. But yeah, Rock Nation actually has, they also have a statement towards Busby as well. It says Rock Nation is going to be arrested because his client / alleged ex-lover is accusing him of assaulting her, giving her venereal disease, and asking her to falsify documents in a lawsuit. We suppose it's also Rock Nation's fault that your other ex-client you for allegedly stealing their money. No and no. God is behind that sunlight you keep referencing. We are not the source of every sunlight that you get, but rock sunshine is coming your way, Mr. 1800. Shameful. Yeah, they're not backing off at all with regard to Tony Busby. They seem to be convinced that he is just a gnat, that could be swatted away. So somebody said, do people understand how painful it is to be lied on? It's Jay-Z tomorrow. It could be you, your brother, your father, your uncle, your son, your daughter. To see people delight about this accusation is crazy to me. Envy kills, and some of you need to get well soon. Somebody said, why Jay keeps speaking from Rock Nation account and not his own? That ain't fishy to y'all? I was thinking yesterday, I'm surprised he just ain't, well, I guess it's just not his style. Typically, we don't hear anything from Jay-Z. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be kind of cool if he went live on Instagram or something and just said, this is some bullshit, or dropped a freestyle? I don't know. I just feel like it'd be kind of cool to hear from him, or maybe even be to say, hey, leave my husband alone. He ain't did none of this. Nevertheless, and Beyonce, she's has her own media campaign working, because I have seen a couple of posts recently about her successes. Let me see. I might have those here too. There's been a couple of favorable posts about Beyonce. There's been some stories too that, she's leaning on Michelle for support. She's been crying. I saw that somebody was reporting on that earlier, but they were actual legit articles. Let me see. Beyonce. Here. So like this article came out a couple of days ago. Major Beyonce breaks new record. Now has more RIAA certified titles than any other female artist. And they say when it comes to Beyonce, she's always breaking records and making history. The music legend now holds the title of most RIAA certified female artist of all time, boasting an impressive 103 certified titles across her discography. That's right. And they announced the big news Tuesday morning. And it says, we're so excited to recognize the incredible talent, hard work, and creative spirit reflected across diverse genres. And they're saying that her iconic catalog has earned the achievement of most certified titles for a female artist in RIAA's history. Congratulations on this crowning milestone, Beyonce, Parkwood Entertainment, Columbia Records, and we see you, Beehive. Streaming on repeat. Somebody said Jay-Z bought her this for the stress. Somebody said, I can't hear you haters. The queen of music, period. Most Grammys, most certifications, facts are facts, y'all. Somebody said they trying hard to deflect from the allegations. Telling us her milestones is not going to make us like her or think she's better than Riri. Oh, gosh. Somebody said the deflection is real. Nice work, PR team. And then bet she paid for those to be. And somebody said she's finally certified. Her shit about time. So yeah, maybe it was just a long time coming for her. I mean, we know she's a hit maker. We know she can bring the crowds. She can fill up the stadiums, child. So she has lost a lot of Instagram followers since this Jay-Z stuff has first hit the fan. But, I don't think that's going to break her at any point. I mean, any way. So let me see what else I got. I don't think that might be. There's a couple things I was going to bring to y'all. Let's see. Did you know Ghana is granting citizenship to individuals from African descent from the United States and the Caribbean? In case you're thinking about leaving the States. It says that last month, Ghana welcomed the most new citizens in history thanks to a campaign asking Black Americans to come home. The West African country granted citizenship to 524 individuals of African descent from the United States and the Caribbean. This event is part of Ghana's ongoing efforts to strengthen ties with the African diaspora, following initiatives like the Year of Return in 2019 and Beyond the Return program. So, yeah, so it says to learn more about dual citizenship, real estate law. So I guess whoever's posting this or behind this, they teach you about how to do this, how to, once you get there, how to do short-term rentals, how to do this, how to do that. Wow. But, might not be a bad idea given all that's going on here. Although I don't know Ghana's issues either, because from what I understand, they have a lot of problems with like SAs and graping and stuff like that. But yeah, it must be working for a lot of people. So let me make sure. Okay, there's that. I wanted to talk about that. Oh yeah. You guys remember Daddy Yankee? Okay, he's a Puerto Rican rapper. So he filed legal actions against his estranged wife. Her name is Mercedes Gonzalez, allegedly unauthorized withdrawals that she made totaling $100 million from his corporate accounts. Court documents reveal that Gonzalez, along with her sister, Aisha Gonzalez Castellanos, transferred $80 million from El Cartel Records and $20 million from Los Congres accounts without his consent. Now, this is his estranged wife, but still his wife, so she probably still had access. But it says Daddy Yankee, whose real name is Ramon Luis Ayala Rodriguez, claims he had previously revoked the sister's authority to conduct transactions on these accounts. He asserts that they gained improper control over label operations, made negligent decisions, and withheld crucial financial information from him. In response, he's seeking their immediate removal from corporate roles and access to financial documents. This legal dispute follows the couple's recent announcement of their separation after nearly 30 years of marriage. They share 2 children, 28 years old and 26. Wow. And he retired from music last year to dedicate himself to serving God. The situation has garnered significant media attention, with reports highlighting the potential impact on Daddy Yankee's business ventures and financial stability. As the legal proceedings unfold, both parties have emphasized the importance of privacy and family stability during this challenging time. Woo! Somebody said, damn, that's the real Puerto Rican princess I see. She took 20 million in 20s and 50 million in 50s. Somebody said city girls up 100 million. Somebody said get that head, get that bread, then leave. Oh, wow. Interesting how women cheering this on, but if a man did it, never mind. Somebody said his mama about to call Santa Maria. Somebody said, well, what'd he do? That was her pain and suffering. The reason it caught my attention, because I'm like, well, she withdrew 100 million. So you just had $100 million sitting in the bank? That's a lot of cheese for Daddy Yankee at that. Then we have this Marshmallow person. He received $9.9 million in pandemic relief grants and pocketed the money for himself. See, they said in doing so, Marshmallow paid himself more than any other musician who received grant money. Somebody said, why are they snitching on everybody? Because we just heard about Chris Brown and who else was it? Lil Wayne, who also have been in the media about using pandemic relief funds for their own personal use. Somebody said, good luck pointing him out in that lineup. Somebody said, no face, no case. Where are all these comedians coming from, I wonder? Everybody just is funny as hell to me. Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Kango Kid from UTFO, if you guys don't know, back in I think it's an 80s group. He was the cutest one in the group. But yeah, he passed away yesterday. R.I.P. to him. Somebody said, R.I.P. iconic legend Kango. Yeah. And And also yesterday was DMX's birthday too. I posted that on my community wall. So happy birthday, DMX, the dog. Oh yeah, this is something else I have on my list for about Amazon. Did y'all know Amazon was supposed to be striking now? Is like the busiest time of the year. Days before Christmas, Amazon workers officially began nationwide strike, making it the largest strike against Amazon in U.S. history. Let's see what this person's talking about. Right. Where's the volume?
Certain time. I want to.
Let me go back. Hold on.
Sometimes it could go up to 300, 400 packages. I've heard people even getting more. If you're doing a heavy route like that, for somebody who's not so energetic like me, that could take till past 9 o'clock, and they want you to be back at a certain time. I want to live better. I work for this billion-dollar company. I deserve better. I deserve to be living good. Like, it's not fair.
And I think a lot of us
sometimes.
So they're saying Amazon drivers from 7 facilities located, including Illinois City and Atlanta, are participating in the largest strike against the trillion-dollar company in American history. The Teamsters went on strike at 6 a.m. Thursday after the company's repeated refusal to follow law and bargain. Workers at the facilities are prepared to join them. At other facilities are prepared to join them. Somebody said, well, you'll be shopping from Amazon for your last-minute holiday gifts. Somebody said, pay them people because my Prime ain't been priming. And somebody said, the way our trucks be packed so tight that we can't even organize our route or move around the truck to get to the packages is insane. But that's not even the problem. It's the expectation to have everything delivered early. And if we get behind on time, because obviously the world doesn't stop for us. So when people start coming home from work and school, traffic starts to pick up. Not being able to access a property and having to go through certain steps, we don't get penalized for skipping a delivery. So we don't get penalized. It can be a lot, and the pay isn't good enough for all that. I've injured myself on the job numerous times to try to keep up with Amazon's expectations for us delivery drivers. Amazon is super unrealistic. Somebody said, as much as I love Amazon, I do care about the working conditions of the employees. And with that said, they could have got somebody else to speak on the strike. For someone who doesn't move fast, not energetic about getting the job done, it takes me longer to get the job done. Like somebody said, I don't blame them. These jobs don't pay enough for the amount of work that's being done. And I think that's just ridiculous to me. Why they can't just give these people what they need. I mean, how much money, isn't Jeff Bezos the owner of Amazon? Why can't they just give them what they want? Give them more money. Or maybe even give them like Christmas bonuses or, seasonal raises, or I don't know. I just feel like it's completely selfish. I was looking at a story too about Elon having, I think he's got 300 something billion dollars, and they said he'd give $1 billion to everybody in the dang world or country. I can't remember which one. It's just like the greed of it all is too much. What else do I have here? I think that's, the Georgia. So Georgia appeals court dismissed Fani Willis as a prosecutor in Donald Trump's election case. So remember, Fani Willis was all on that ass. They were going back and forth, but it says the Georgia Court of Appeals ruled that Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis must be removed from the 2020 election against President-elect Trump. The ruling also references Willis's decision. Did I not say yesterday, Wayne? He's trying to tell me when Kango passed away. You must be back in the replay. But it says the ruling also references Willis's decision to hire and pay her now ex Nathan Wade, a special prosecutor, allowing him to bill her office. So remember, it was all that drama about her. You knew they were going to try to tear her down coming after Trump, right? And they did. And they found some stuff too on her. And now basically she's off the case. So that's really the gist of it. Somebody said corruption 2025 is in full speed ahead. This is what you voted for, or Elon rigged. And I do agree with Elon rigged, because Elon, to me, he himself has become like the vice president elect, because it seems like ever since the election has been over and he's been appointed in the administration that's upcoming, that's all you see is him talking about what changes he's going to make, and he's going to do this and he's going to do that. And I even saw something where somebody said he's going to try to they're going to try to get rid of Trump so that they could really run the show. Oh yeah, that's the last thing I think I was going to talk about, that there's a bird flu epidemic, y'all. Did y'all know that? This person in Louisiana has been hospitalized with the first severe case of bird flu in America. It's the first, they say, in the United States. Somebody said Trump gonna do is bring a pandemic. They say this case is notable. U.S. bird flu infection linked to non-commercial poultry source. Oh, wow. Center for Disease Control and Prevention maintains that the risk to the general public remains low, with no evidence of human to human transmission. Health officials continue to monitor the situation closely. But there's also a story about the governor of California, here where I am. He's declaring a state of emergency because of the bird flu. So I'm a little confused as to why he's doing that, if that the first severe case has been in, where is that governor declaration? Where's my governor? Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that was a story I had saved, but nevertheless, yeah, there's a state of emergency for the bird flu. You guys be careful out there and make sure you're taking care of yourself, and, you know, making sure you're doing all the things you can do to keep your health intact. It might mean wearing masks again, if some of y'all ever wore them. Some people I know never wore them because they don't believe in a mask, but I'm telling you, here it is here. Governor Gavin Newsom declares state of emergency amid bird flu outbreak. According to reports, California Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency to speed up the response to bird flu after cases were found in Southern California dairy cows. Raw Farm LLC faced recalls after the virus was detected in its raw milk. Oh, wow. So we haven't gotten it in a person like Louisiana, but it's in the milk. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Somebody said, can we declare a state of emergency for having him as governor? Oh, no. Get out Newsom. No. I actually like Newsom. Somebody said, throw Newsom away already. These are Republicans, I guarantee you. Somebody said, we made it through COVID. I think we'll be fine. I don't know. Somebody said, COVID 2.0. Y'all better not fall for this BS again. Wow. So, yeah, bird flu, child. All right. I'm gonna let Method Man close me out today. Let me see. Here it is. Somebody, Season Sagittarius, sent me this on Instagram. So he's pretty prophetic in this. Let me know what you think.
Youth is crazy angry and they're learning faster. And America is scared to death of that shit. They're gonna blow us up before they let us come into power. You can believe that shit. All that shit's gonna burn. All of it.
So you believe in some kind of Armageddon?
Yeah, most definitely. We in the last times and days right now. The Illuminati's in effect. See, the Illuminati ain't nothing but like it's going to be a second Great Depression out here in America. Except this time, corporate America's prepared themselves for it. Meaning they're when it hits, their money is going to be safe. As far as the rest of us that don't own our own businesses and things of that nature, so bad, we're going to be killing each other in the streets, man. Mad Max and Beyond Terror Dome and all that is going to be on, man. And they're going to have to blow us up, which is what they're going to do. They're going to inject us with these, they're going to say it's like for everybody mandatory AIDS testing because AIDS is so widespread. They're going to be giving them vaccines for it so they don't catch it off top like measles, mumps, and stuff like that. But in all actuality, what they're doing is putting microchips in and your babies so they can keep tabs on where you're at. That's deep. That's deep. They're not even using money anymore as far as paper. It's going to be cards to show what status you are, how financially well off you are or whatever. you own, and it'll tell everything about you. Welfare is gone. They just going, funds for schooling, gone. Today's youth is crazy angry.
And he's, somebody said here, the fact that in 1995 he spoke everything that has happened from 2020 to 2024 is crazy. Method Man, he was on it at that time. He was definitely on it. My correction, thank you, Wayne. I was fussing at you because I thought you were repeating something, but you're really telling me I had the year from Kango's passing wrong, 2021. So this is really the 3rd anniversary of his passing yesterday. My bad. Let me see if I didn't even see y'all were in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna come all the way back up to when y'all were talking about Busby. Timothy Taylor, welcome. I suspect Tony Busby will drop more allegations against Jay-Z right before Beyonce performs for the NFL Christmas halftime show. He might. Now, keep in mind, too, the government, they about to supersede Diddy. People are speculating there's going to be other celebrities named in the RICO. Sharita said, did Busby finish vetting the Jay accuser? I am not a fan. I remember Busby putting the vetting onto either it was another law firm that referred her or co-worker or other attorneys, supposedly. And he was on vacation, he said. But I've heard speculations about why that happened, that NBC thing. And it's more of a covert kind of setup rather than her being busted. It's more so, let's put her out there, let them do what they're going to do to her. And then so we can hit them with the boop, bop, bam. I don't know. We're going to see. Lionel B is a known liar. And see, I didn't know that. I'm new to Lionel B ever since this whole Jaguar stuff. I never even knew he existed, to be honest. So good to know. I did not know he was just, well, now I know. I saw that title and I'm like, why would he say that? That's not true. I hate that. That is one of my pet peeves of people who just lie. Like, why? Timothy said Diddy used to work for MTV and hosted Jackass before. Oh, okay. Well, he might have ties to those people. Is that what you're saying? Okay. So Jamie Foxx might have been on their radar, or they might have just seen him and just said, oh, we gonna mess with him. Michelle, hey, I'm saying new levels, new demons. Yep. Lear Cohen and Jay-Z are very tight. Yes. Beautiful Spirit isn't here now, but she will be in the replay. So just because you said that, I'm gonna make sure we shout her out. Hey, Beautiful Spirit. Hit the like button. Yes, please and thank you. Let's see. Jay-Z was accused of snitching to the feds on Murder Inc., Rap-A-Lot, Death Row Records when they was about to form a distribution company for rappers. Then they got all federally indicted. Yeah, because Desiree Perez is supposedly a known fed who is the CEO of Rock Nation. Or she helps him run it. I don't know what her title is actually. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Hey Zamir, hug the babies. Thank you, Michelle. Timothy said, ain't no jobs in Ghana for us. You might be able to, can't you work remotely still if you live in Ghana? I don't know. Or wouldn't large parts of citizens wouldn't be going to the United States and Europe? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm too rooted here to move like that, but I don't know. I mean, I'm open to it. I work remotely, so I feel like I can go anywhere. I'm actually entertaining it at this point. Yeah, again, thank you, Wow Wayne. Thank you for the correction. So Kango Kid didn't just pass. He passed in 2021, and his anniversary was yesterday of his passing. I got you, Wow Wayne. I'm not going to throw you under the bus and then not acknowledge the fact that I was wrong, child. I'm wrong, too, sometimes. So, yeah, Method Man said it all right there. That's crazy that he had that knowledge in that head of his. That's probably because look at how he used to look. He didn't give a fuck. He was like, I don't care about the hair. Now he fine as a motherfucker, right? And he ain't spitting none of this right now. So I don't know. But I think I'm safe to end this here. I've gone on for over an hour just talking and yapping. I appreciate y'all who hung with me today. And I apologize if my energy seems lower than usual. I do feel a little, tired. It's not really something I normally would share, but I just feel like If you're new here, just know I'm usually a lot more energetic. But no, I appreciate you guys. Just make sure you please like the video. And if you want to consider subscribing, go ahead. You can always unsubscribe if you change your mind. I'm just saying, people do it all the time. My numbers go up, they go down. Now, I do have some things I'm going to post on the Nosy Goddess, Nozey Goddess. And so go over there, subscribe, check out the videos. I'm looking at this Superman trailer that has just released. I'm going to put that over there, though. Those are the type of movies I like, the superheroes and all that. I love that shit. So just in time, I think it's for next year. And all this little Kardashian feuding and all that will probably be over there. The Real Housewives of Potomac, I posted her, the police cam of her drunk driving incidents are over there. She's found guilty. A lot of people are being found guilty these days, child. It's telling you, it's the age of Aquarius. The truth is coming to light. So make sure you are doing all the things you need to be doing in life to cover yourself. And that just means treating people right, doing right by people. That's really all it takes, you know? So I think I'm a end just with the last little bit of positivity. Did I bring that here? Did I post that here? I don't know if let me see. Let me see if this is it. Saved it for you, just for y'all. Because, you know, we like to, I'm just, you know, just a little something. People only throw shade at what shines, right? So when somebody's throwing shade or being negative towards you, just know that you are inciting that from your shining on them. It's too bright. They can't take it. I know that happens to me a lot. People misread me and misunderstand me all the time. So I'm used to it and it's all good. I don't take it personal. But yeah, much love to y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Till next time. Bye.